Hi, Gwen. Could you tell me which different types of whales there are?
Absolutely. Although there are many different species of whales, these are some of the most common that we find out in Stellwagen Bank, which is where our whale watching trips go. The first one that you see here is a finback whale. You can see it's a very large animal. It's actually the second largest animal on the planet. And they can reach lengths of up to about 80 feet. Very sleek animals. They're known as the greyhounds of the sea. We also have the humpback whale here, which is the showstopper. They're one of the most common to find jumping out of the water. We call that breaching. As a matter of fact, I think that you saw some of that on the trip, and on occasion they will come up and give us what we call close approaches, which are very exciting when they come up and look at the people on the boat. Very interesting whales. Then we have the northern right whales. The northern right whales were given their name because in the days of whaling, they were the right whales to kill or hunt. They were very slow-moving animals, and they would float when they were harpooned. So as a result of that, they are the rarest species of the great whale. There's only about 300 individuals left today. So they're a very special, very important protected animal. And then we have the minke whale. The minke whale is the second smallest of the baleen whales. Baleen are the whales that have no teeth. Remember I taught you about that? And they are very, very abundant here. They're actually one of the most abundant baleen whales in the world. So those are some of the most common, and you can see how they vary in shape and size. Each one has their own special qualities, and the shape of their body helps them to live appropriately out here in this marine environment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Gwen, what are the rules of the road pertaining to, like, small boats and whales, and who has the right of way and stuff like that?
Well, the whale has the right of way, essentially, out there. These animals are endangered animals, and it is our responsibility to protect them while we're out there watching them. So there are rules which are established by the National Marine Fisheries Service, which determines how we are supposed to approach the whales. For instance, you're never supposed to approach them from their head. You're supposed to come in at a side view, and if you can see this, it shows exactly what positions from the back or from the side are okay. And then it also talks about how far away you're supposed to stay from the animals, and how many boats are supposed to be around one whale at a given time, and how fast you can get near them. So this is a really great chart which is set up for people to go out and watch these whales, because really everyone has the right to go out and watch them, but we must make sure that it's done safely so that the animals don't become injured with all the boats around them. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, definitely.
Yeah.
I have some more questions.
What's that?
How about babies? How do they produce babies?
How do they produce babies? Well, these are mammals, and if you know about mammals, being a mammal means that they give birth to live young, and that the females will carry the babies in their bellies, in their womb. And for a humpback whale, for instance, they will carry their baby, which we call a calf, for about 11 and a half months. They give birth down in the breeding grounds right around Christmas time.
That's a long time.
Absolutely. And they usually will have only one calf at a time. And they will spend, the cow, the adult female, and the calf, the baby, will spend about 1 year together after the calf is born. And in that time, that calf learns everything it needs to know from its mother. It learns how to feed. It begins by nursing on mom's milk, because they are mammals, so mom produces milk to feed her babies. The calf will learn the migration route. One round trip from the Caribbean to Cape Cod up here will teach that baby where to go for the rest of its life. So they learn in 1 year the migration route. They will learn how to protect themselves, how to act around other whales. So there's a lot of information which that baby needs to learn in 1 year. Pretty interesting. You have to be pretty smart to learn all that.
Kind of like a crash course.
Yeah, real quick crash course.
Gee, thank you.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. You're so handsome.
Thanks.
Hi, Gwen. Does Provincetown have a history of whaling?
Actually, Provincetown does have a big history of whaling. Long ago, when whaling was the way of life around here, there actually was about 175 whaling boats that called this port its home.
Wow.
That's right. So it was actually second to New Bedford in New England as far as having a large whaling fleet. So it definitely was a big part of Provincetown's history.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching our show, and thank you, Sue, for filming us. And I'd like to turn it over to the Codfather.
Hi, my name is the Codfather. I hope you liked our show, and you better watch our next one, or else.